Good morning, Willowbrook. Thank you for diving deep into the scriptures with us this year. My name is Tanya Adams. I'm the WB Kids Assistant at the Madison campus. So, unfortunately, I just recently returned home from yet another family funeral. A few months ago, I traveled to North Carolina for my grandma's funeral, and then just recently for my aunt's. But funerals can make us think about our lives and where we're going to spend eternity and where our loved ones are going to spend eternity, especially if those loved ones don't know Jesus. I know a lot of us are in that boat where we have loved ones that don't yet follow Jesus on our hearts very heavily. And it made me think about the scriptures that we're talking about today, because we are in John chapter 7, verses 1 through 9. And in that portion of scriptures, we find out that even Jesus had unbelieving loved ones in his family. And verse 5 says that his brothers didn't even believe in him. I mean, I'm going to give a little bit of sympathy to his brothers, because I could imagine that would not be easy to be Jesus' brother. I mean, I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child. Don't judge me. But I can imagine that was difficult. I mean, first of all, they're not going to win like any, smartest kid of the year award, because the Bible tells us that by age 12, Jesus was astonishing teachers and rabbis with his wisdom and knowledge. Age 12. I have a 12-year-old, y'all. That's remarkable. And could you imagine the brothers hearing their mom swap birthing stories again about the birth of Jesus? Can't compete with that, right? And just living with Mr. Perfect, right? His moral character was something that could not be competed with. So I could have a little sympathy for his brothers, but they were under the same roof with him for like over 30 years and didn't fully know who he was. Because if they had, they would know that he was the Son of God, the Messiah, the Savior of the world. But the good thing is that he fully knows us. Not just who we are right now and where we are right now, but who we could become, our full potential. And he knows our loved ones too. He knows where they are. He sees where they are right now and knows what they could become. So I kind of want to skip to the good part a little and fast forward, if you don't mind, to Acts chapter 1, verse 14. And it tells us about all these people in the upper room. And this is after Jesus' death, resurrection, and ascension. And it lists all the disciples in the upper room. But then in verse 14, it says they all joined together constantly in prayer, along with the women and Mary, the mother of Jesus, and with his brothers. So those very same brothers are now here in the upper room worshiping Jesus as God. Like, let that encourage you today. If you have these loved ones that are on your heart that you have been praying for and you still don't see any fruit, let this encourage you today. It was a long time for these brothers to get to where they are, but they're here. Let that be a hope to you and an encouragement. Don't give up on them. Don't give up praying. Don't give up being a witness. Don't give up being light in the darkness. Don't take your loved one's no today as the final word. As long as there is breath, there is hope that your loved ones will find Jesus and follow him and spend eternity with him. And let that be an encouragement to you today, church. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hope you have a wonderful day.